There's no doubt Hannah Brown shook up the Bachelor Nation.
I'm Hannah and I'm Bachelorette.
And now fans want to know who the next Bachelor will be.
Are you the Bachelor?
I have no idea.
Will the show go with a safe choice or pick someone totally out of left field?
Yeah, let's go, man. Shaka back.
Peter Weber. We all know fans of the franchise tend to be a little bit exuberant about who they want to see as the next Bachelor. But not only do fans of the show all seem to love Peter Weber, but he's gotten ringing endorsements from other people associated with the franchise.
But Peter is such a sweetheart.
Former Bachelor Colton Underwood shared a picture on Instagram of himself pinning a set of pilot wings on his shirt with the caption, "I hear pilots make good bachelors." Since Peter is a commercial airline pilot, many believed this was an endorsement for his bid for being the next Bachelor. Even his former competitor Mike Johnson admits Peter is great and has a solid chance at landing the role.
Now me, who I like to see as next Bachelor, 100% Peter.
However, he also called Peter a safe pick, and that might make him less appealing to producers. And then there's the drama with Peter's former girlfriend, Kaylee Lutz. On The Bachelorette, Peter described his former relationship as very serious and admitted to being devastated when it ended. Kaylee claims she dated Peter for 5 months after meeting on a dating app and that things were serious before he abruptly dumped her to go on The Bachelorette. Derek Peck. One of the reasons we keep watching Bachelor in Paradise week after week is because it seems like anything can happen.
Guys, no!
After all this time, it still managed to stun us when Christian Haggerty surprised her girlfriend Demi Burnett by showing up in Mexico. Sure, it was a sweet surprise for the audience, but not so much for contestant Derek Peck, who had formed a connection with Demi. When she chose her lady love over him, he handled the situation with a grace and dignity rarely seen on reality TV.
Look, if this is what makes you happy, you're making the right decision.
Now, you might think an even-keeled, emotionally intelligent guy like Derek wouldn't create enough drama to make a compelling Bachelor. And hey, we admit to loving those crazy over-the-top moments too.
Stay in your lane. You.
But according to producer Alicia Rossiter, the secret to making good television is finding the right Bachelor who actually wants to find their forever love. Sure, Derek hasn't been on The Bachelorette since season 12, but this wouldn't be the first time the new Bachelor was a throwback from way back. Ari Lyondike Jr. competed on season 8 of The Bachelorette before becoming the Bachelor in the show's 22nd season. Derek is a great guy who seems genuine in his quest for marriage, and that's something we definitely want in the next Bachelor. Tyler Cameron. When it comes to picking the next Bachelor, Tyler Cameron is probably the most obvious choice out there. He competed in the 15th season of The Bachelorette and was devastated when Hannah Brown chose contestant Jed Wyatt over him. Of course, later, Hannah was also devastated by her choice when she found out Jed had a secret girlfriend, but let's not get into that. Tyler is a handsome, charming guy with some amazing dance moves and even dreams of being on Dancing with the Stars someday.
It just puts you out there and you're vulnerable, and that's just what I love to do.
But there are tons of fans who would much rather see him making an appearance on the next season of The Bachelor. Yet host Chris Harrison says he isn't sure if Tyler would make a good Bachelor. Why? Well, it may have something to do with the fact that Tyler has been spotted spending time with famous model Gigi Hadid. Not only has he been getting super close to Gigi, but there are rumors the two may be getting serious. If he finds love with Gigi, then he won't be looking for it on The Bachelor. Mike Johnson. It's not unusual to see love triangles on these kinds of shows, but sometimes even the audience is conflicted about what they want to see.
And I just wish I knew the answer.
Like when it comes to Mike Johnson, a fan favorite contestant who made an appearance on Bachelor in Paradise. While Mike finding love would be exciting, it would also take him out of the running to be the next Bachelor, and is that a price we're willing to pay? Fans have always loved Mike, and even singer Demi Lovato admits to finding him dreamy. Although Hannah Brown promised she would set them up if she had the opportunity, Mike says he and Demi have never engaged in more than some light flirting on Instagram.
If like a woman were to sing to me, that's how you get to my heart. I'm like, ugh, girl.
So what we're hearing is there's still a chance there. Not only do fans want Mike to be the next Bachelor, but it seems like he does as well. He claims to be unfazed by aspects of reality TV, which stress out his fellow contestants. According to Mike, he hasn't felt pressure since he played football back in high school, which is both impressive and makes us wonder just how stressful high school football is. Liam Hemsworth. Okay, we know this sounds crazy, but hear us out on this one. Sure, The Bachelor usually picks from an existing pool of contestants, but is it really so crazy to think they might just go for an outside hire this time? After all, there were many people who thought Hannah Brown was an unusual choice because of her unique personality and the fact that she didn't even finish in the top 4 of her season. So is it really so crazy to think that maybe, just maybe, Hollywood heartthrob Liam Hemsworth could be the next Bachelor?
Does that make sense?
Yes.
After all, a change.org petition for this very thing has gone viral, and we all know nothing inspires real change more than an online petition. Everyone knows about Liam's marriage to superstar Miley Cyrus ending super soon after they finally tied the knot. Although Miley insists she didn't cheat on Liam after they reconciled in 2015, the court of public opinion seems to feel differently. Not only do fans want to see more of Liam, they want to see Liam find love with someone other than his on-again, off-again partner and now soon-to-be ex-wife Miley. Reid. Ever since he first appeared on season 14 of The Bachelorette, Reid has been a fan favorite. No matter how desperately his fans hope he'll find love, it just hasn't happened for him so far. He's been on 2 seasons of Bachelor in Paradise and still nothing. Now fans are hoping that he'll become the next Bachelor and finally find what he's been looking for. It's obvious how many fans Wills has, both among the general Bachelor watching population and with his fellow cast members. But how does he feel about the possibility of being the next Bachelor? According to Wills, he would make a great candidate. Not only would he love the opportunity, but he says he's totally up for making history as the first African-American Bachelor. What makes Wills such a great pick? The man himself claims he would bring a genuine intensity to the show, as well as consideration and care and kindness to all the women that would be there. Couldn't we all use a little bit more consideration, care, and kindness both on TV and in real life? John Paul Jones. Earlier we talked about Liam Hemsworth being an unorthodox choice, but now let's talk about a wild card from the existing pool of contestants. John Paul Jones is a man with 3 names who insists you use all of them when referring to him.
Say John Paul Jones 3 times fast. John Paul Jones, John Paul Jones, John Paul Jones.
He loves sipping on champagne and chowing down on chicken nuggets, and his hair reminds us of a genuine Prince Charming. Or at least the Prince Charming from the Shrek franchise. It takes a bold man to show up for Bachelor in Paradise wearing a barely there Speedo, but what can we say? John Paul Jones is a bold man. Now, since we're going to talk about the aftermath of Bachelor in Paradise, you might want to move to the next entry if you're scared of spoilers. Watching his relationship with Tayshia Adams unfold on Bachelor in Paradise has been utterly adorable, especially when he recited poetry to her. Are we sure this guy isn't really Prince Charming? But when Tayshia was on Bachelor Happy Hour with Rachel and Allie, she declined to talk about her relationship with John Paul Jones and later described herself as single. If things end up not working out with Tayshia, John Paul Jones could make a solid pick for the next Bachelor. Blake Horstmann. If you want to be a contestant on reality TV, there's no denying you have to have a bold personality. And if there's one good thing we can say about Blake Horstmann, it's that he's definitely not lacking in self-confidence.
I'm a good guy, and I'm a catch. I like to think that.
Even Chris Harrison admits that he's been surprised by Blake's ability to double down in the face of drama. Chris says that if he was Blake, he probably would have jumped into the ocean and swam away by now.
Would have pulled a castaway.
100%. I like me and Spalding or Wilson.
Blake may be totally shameless and majorly controversial, but to some people, that's what makes entertaining television. There are some fans who think Blake might be a good pick for the next Bachelor because he could cause a big increase in ratings. But how many fans would really want to watch Blake trying to find love? And the situation with Christina Schulman and Kaylin Miller-Keys proved that he definitely isn't the most considerate or forthcoming guy in the world. Just to give you a clue about how vehemently some fans despise him, Christina claims she received threatening messages after daring to give Blake a rose on Bachelor in Paradise. With that in mind, we definitely don't see women eager to date Blake on The Bachelor, and that's kind of a prerequisite for being on the show. Dustin Kendrick. There are some contestants who stick around for far too long, much to the dismay of the fans and their fellow contestants. That's right, we're looking at you, Luke Parker. But on the flip side, there are always some contestants who don't seem to get enough time to shine before they're eliminated. Dustin Kendrick was on the 15th season of The Bachelorette, and many fans believe he wasn't given a real chance to show off how great he is. His time on the show definitely left many fans wanting more, and that could make him a great candidate to be the next Bachelor. Sure, his champagne toast to Hannah was painfully awkward, but it was kind of endearing in a way. If all that darn Luke drama hadn't distracted Hannah, who knows if she and Dustin would have developed a greater connection. There's no doubt Dustin is looking to settle down, but a prospective date has to pass some pretty important checks. Not only does Dustin have to fall head over heels, but his date has to earn the approval of his beloved single mom and his adorable English bulldog, Sophia. Garrett Powell. Garrett Powell from season 15 of The Bachelorette may seem like an unusual choice at first, but let's not forget that there was a time when Hannah also seemed like a rather unusual choice. Most bachelors make it into the top 4 of The Bachelorette, and Garrett just missed that mark by coming in 5th. But hey, Hannah was 7th in her season, so at least he's in good company. In fact, the whole reason Garrett tried out for The Bachelorette was because his sister-in-law insisted there are so many similarities between him and Hannah. So if Hannah gave us a great season, why couldn't Garrett if he was in the same position? He was the first to tell Hannah he loved her and was devastated when he was eliminated. Garrett admitted it would be hard to put himself out there again, but we think it would be interesting to see him try as the new Bachelor. There are tons of contenders for the next Bachelor out there, from fan favorites to totally out of the blue choices. Tell us who you think should be the next Bachelor in the comment section, and then click on the subscribe button for more great videos from The Taco. Bye for now.